Why did the duck fall down on the sidewalk? He tripped on a quack. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip, the Meeple on duty, and today, as you can tell from the video and the games on the table, we are unboxing the new Shipwrights of the North Sea, as well as moving Explorers of the North Sea over into its box. And I also got the sleeves for the games that have a different side. So like Architects, Paladins, Viscounts, and Raiders, they have either multiple people or no people. And on his South Tigris series and going forward, all of them are going to have just 2 people. So he made sleeves to go over top of them. Now, unfortunately, unboxings to me are terribly boring, and I don't know what to do about them. So I'm just going to ramble and talk and see where we go while I get this stuff done. So first off, we're going to pull these things down. Now, of all the Phillip games, I'm going to set that right there. Shipwrights of the North Sea was Heather's favorite game so far, and she liked the simplicity of it, but it can go forever, and you can get like stuck in it, which is part of why it goes forever. And then Explorers, there's just so much stuff in here we're going to get over, and from the looks of the insert on the Explorers, it actually is pretty good. So, first off, we're just going to do the easy part of this and put the sleeves on. Now, I love what they did with these sleeves. It was a good idea to make it uniform. Gotta do a little bit of a crease here because they came flat. Oh, I didn't realize that. Dang, that's really nice. I know that won't show up, but in like ghost lettering, it has Raiders of the North Sea on the top of this. That's super cool. I did not notice that at all. Alright, so we just show how to do it on camera. Come on, get around that corner. There you go. That's a fit. Holy cow. Come on. Squeeze in. There you go. Beautiful. That's a tight fit. That ain't going anywhere. And now we have one ready for the shelf. We'll put him back up there for now. Raiders is a good one. I personally enjoyed it. I also have the sleeves for Architects and all of them. Now, I love Garphill games because they are, how to say it, they're hard, they're challenging, but they're not in an echelon where they no longer are fun because they've pushed beyond what was fun. They have switched from the box cover of their collector's edition back to the original, which I actually think was a good call on their behalf to, come on, get in there, get back into that style that they are kind of known for. Hopefully that didn't move stuff around too much. Hold on, Paladins here. Actually, you know what? I might do that. Viscounts. The West Kingdom series, I think, was really good. I have yet to play Paladins enough to really feel like I understand how to play the game well. Viscounts, I mean, if you watch the videos of Table for Two, I figured out Viscounts there on that playthrough, and I did not realize I was going to crush Heather quite as bad as I did. Okay, these fit just a little better than the sleeve for the Raiders of the North Sea. That was a really, really tight fit, whereas these are a tight fit, but not worried about ripping my edges out tight fit. Alrighty. And slide you in. And then Architects was really good, but being as I mainly play 2-player, I feel like I lost some of the interaction that is there that you kind of want. I also have a slight problem because I want these on display because these are some of my favorite. Like, I love the art and boxes of these. But on my shelf, I can't get all 4 of them lined up nicely. So I'm going to have to figure out, I still need to figure it fully out. All right, so that is the West Kingdom and all the sleeves put on. I love the idea of that. Garphill Games does a tremendous job of, I'm going to save Shipwrights there for the last. We're going to pop open this box for Explorers of the North Sea. And we're going to get into it here. I love how much they do to stay on top of a project. Now, I have yet to back a game of theirs that did not come in on time or within just a week or two, I guess. But yeah, they pretty much stay 9 months, and then 9 months later their games show up. All right, so this is what we have. We have all of our different empty pieces. We have our boats for our player pieces. We have our resources that you're going to sort out and put them all in. And then this just comes straight out when you play the game and sets out on the table. Next up, I have these guys. These are the lands. They can go there. I have the rule books. I have both Explorers and Rocks of Ruin, which I'm not sure I would play Explorers without the Rocks of Ruin because it doesn't add a terrible lot, but adds a little more of a good choice to your ideals. All right, let's get our. So I have all my player pieces. I have. Is there any paperwork on how this is supposed to fit in here? Oh no, there's no paperwork on how this all fits in here. That's slightly disappointing. Well, this is first player. It has a good little place for it. Slides right in. I have my player boards, which I'm assuming go right in there, which looks like they do. Yes, they fit there, but they don't go in quite yet. So yeah, part of why I'm so happy that this showed up is because it shows up right on time. I don't know what he does that helps him stay so on time with all his projects, but I love it because I don't have to wonder, oh man. Oh, that's right. I think our first game of this, we tied. And then our second game, Heather beat me by just a few. I don't really need those anymore. Player boards, this. Okay, you're going to go in there, which tells me you fit in there, except you don't fit in there, and you're my player board. Is there a gap? There is a gap there. Ah! Ha ha! Everything was thought out. You can keep both scoreboards in there, just in case you're playing one without the other. I need to actually get around to laminating a couple of them just so we can figure that all out. All right, let's get all my pieces out here. That's a blank, so it can just go down on the bottom. The North Sea is probably my favorite. It is the most accessible of all of them, which I truly appreciate because it's not every day that I want the hardest game in my collection on my table. They are getting, as far as, you know, the further advanced ones go, they are getting more and more complicated, but that is, actually, I think I got too many in there. That is part of Shem developing as a designer. Shem and Sam developing as designers. Their games are going to get a little more complex as they get a better hand on it and what they want to do with their games. So I think these guys will go in here. And that fits nicely. Okay. These, oh, that's great. These have nice little like grabby holds. Feels good. This is just going to sit right in there. Do I have too many in there still? I guess I have too many. Is that, nope, that's probably too many now. Nope, that's perfect. Let's slide you guys over here. That's going to be perfect there. There. Slide you down. And I think you are supposed to... Yes, you're supposed to... This is a nice piece. I really enjoy this. Let's go ahead and... That's disappointing. The only place I have that shows how this all fits in together is on the back of this box. Unfortunately, I have everything put away. Ooh, hey, we just pull that insert out. Flip it over. And let's see. I had everything sorted out rather nicely. I have my colors, my player colors, my Wrecks of Ruin stuff, which looks like it's supposed to go into this right here. It's supposed to be nice and organized. I don't think that's... Oh. Maybe. No, I got these pieces. Okay. They go in here. Alright. Sailing ships, enemy ships. Well, you might actually... Might be a little bit doesn't fit in here. And I'm getting distracted quite easily from what I was saying. He just put out the last little mini documentary that they put together for their trilogies of the cardinal directions that they're doing about making the Byzantine Empire the East Empire one. And I look forward to it, and they even admit like there's a lot of pressure to not flub the last one on their end, because they didn't set out to make really amazing games from the start. They set out to make games, and they're well loved, and they don't want to go out accidentally on a bad note, which I totally get. So there's a little bit of pressure for them to get the last series right, and now that Inventors has a Kickstarter date, and they're still tweaking all the rules and all that stuff for the game, but by and large they have it all squared away and set away for them, so that way their mental capacity isn't being taken up by that game per se, just the refinements of it. And I really look forward to see what they do with the East ones, because North Sea kind of was a bit more of a scatter of what they were doing with the mechanics. The West Kingdom, they really focused on getting the worker placement set. The South Tigris is very much around dice and dice manipulation and all that stuff. And I think it's actually a great idea. Like, they did absolutely fabulous on all of that. Okay. Piggies need to go in the farthest over here. And horsies can go over here because there's only 3 of them. Yes, I had them baggied up into little baggies in 3. I'll put the goats over there. That way it took up less space and less baggies because there's not enough of them, but I also wanted to keep them semi-sorted out. So that, I got it all in there nicely, very pretty, very nice, fitting just like it should. don't necessarily think I care for you very much over here. Get in there. It's almost like there's too many of those, and I don't know where the overflow would go, but they fit just super perfect. So flip you back over, back you in, flip you back over, slide you on top, nice and level. I'm going to assume, oh yeah, both of those, there's two alternate ones, I do believe, for how you can set up. So those need to be in here. We have our each player ships, and I really should have kept that out, because now I'm going to be thinking again how I do this. Take a picture, Phillip. All right, so slide you out. Slide you out. Blue player. Then we flip this over. There are actually really good pictures on the back of how everything goes in. I just needed to see it. So we got you. We got our little Viking dudes. Come on, Vikings. Work with me here. Let's get in a line. Line up. Military formation, boys. Alrighty. No! He fell. Should have seen it coming, but he fell. Come on. Grab on. There you go, fingers. Thank you. Now, that's a good question. How do you guys like to store your board games? I personally would have all my pieces and all my expansions, like I want it all together in one box. I don't want to have 50 boxes of the same game on my shelf. I don't like, I have Marvel United right now, and it's primarily in its they're all in original boxes except for so I got the one consolidated down, and then I have the first campaign's all consolidated down into two boxes. The second campaign is not out of its shrink wrap yet, which I know is a crime, but time, play, energy levels haven't been there. This all fits very nicely, and make sure you get this right. Oh, and then it helps if you put it on the right way too. So that slides on. Oh, that's very nice. Very satisfying. So when you get your player pieces, it's all going to be in the same. But do you guys keep your stuff separated out? Like, I don't. Once it goes together, it's together, and I don't worry about it at that point. I have Everdell is sorted out by by expansion, but they have it set up in those boxes that you have room and you have dividers, so you can easily pick the ones that you want to play with. And I think that for that game, that was a good idea. And it's easy to pull out what you want. I still have my complaints with the system because they had the right idea. The way they executed it makes it almost harder to pull the game out in that format than it would be otherwise to get up to the table. I love the fact that these look like little Viking boats too. Just attention to detail that they have done with this game to make it really worth playing. And I know I'm just rambling on as I do this because that's what I can think to do. All right, I will shut up, and I'm going to finish this up and be back in a second once this is all put away, because I got 3 more to go. Alrighty, that is all the pieces put away. They got lids on top, and we put the lid back on, just like so. And now Explorers, oh, that's a good tight fit. Not too tight, but just the right tightness. Explorers of the North Sea is ready to go. Put Raiders on top of it, slide it back on the shelf. And yeah, that worked out just nice that they're right there. All right. This is Shipwrights of the North Sea Redux. This is this is more of a version 1.5, 2.0. Shipwrights was his first game, and while he thought it was a good game and a well-designed game, this is him getting the chance to redo and re-implement, knowing how to make games better after years of experience. So let's dig into what we got here. Now, Shipwrights of the North Sea, the original, you were collecting resources to build out ships, to have the most ships and the most victory points at the end of the game, and you needed different ships, needed different resources of wool, wood, and iron, and gold as well, depending on what you were doing, and also needed number of workers, and different cards that were either craftsmen or did stuff for you throughout the course of the game. Shipwrights keeps its original DNA, but expands and improves. Okay, so I have the coins and the new stones for the North Sea Rune Saga. I have new player boards, it looks like, is what those are. I have the central board, which folds out. Very nice. I have all your pieces in one big bag, which I approve of entirely. So that can go aside. These can all... The nice part is there are very little color relative pieces. So leaving your counters in the baggie all together works out nice. All your Viking workers, which I love that the Viking workers are the same through all three of the games. Makes it nice in case you ever lose some. Your sheep, which are the same as explorers. Gold sticks. I love that they're not just like a little piece of brown wood. They actually have a little branch sticking out of them, and that makes it all the better. Your stones are not just round, they have different angles to them as well. I also bought another set of the coins, so in they go. The cards, and let's see, oh, they got the good ones. Oh, so satisfying to just be able to slide them out. You have immediate actions and things that you get to keep. You have your building types that go in front of you. You have your artisans that do different things and are needed for different ships. And then you have your ship types. Again, this is still going to be a card drafting game. You are going to be drafting, going around the table, drafting different cards, and then each turn goes by, and you either use the ability or you put the artisan in front of you, and all that. I have one other question for you guys. If you don't use the punch outs, because I have the coins, I mean, I'll keep these guys, but do you keep them? Do you slide them under your insert? What do you do with them? That's my question. I mean, I'm going to punch these out because I'm going to use those because I love what the Rune Saga does. It creates a nice little story arc, and if you win, it gives you a little bit of a boost in different ways. So, and you shouldn't be able to sweep the all the things. So again, your board, you're going to have your resource trackers that you're all going to be on. You're going to have your card pool across the center as well. I'm going to put it away. I also got some extra cards, promo cards that came with it. So in they go. In that goes. Oh, I love what they did with this. This is absolutely fabulous. There we go. I am going to go 1, 2, 3. They even have a spot for your gold for your silver coins right in here. We'll put the other 3 on this side. Put the rule book back on top. I need to read through this and get familiar with it, and then me and Heather will probably give it a go here soon and learn how to play it again and see whether she likes it against the original or if she likes this one a little better. This is a little bit harder of a game because, again, he knows more about game design at this point than he did with Shipwrights of the North Sea. Comments down in the... Leave a comment down below if you went in on this one. If you're amazed as I am at how Garphill Games always seems to deliver on time. And what's your thoughts on this game as well? Thank you guys for watching and listening to me ramble as I unboxed and put away this new Kickstarter. I have more on the way, and we will see if I do unboxings of those. Not really sure how I like unboxing formats. I'd rather showcase the game a little better than pulling it out without a full rundown of what I'm doing with it. So thanks for hanging out for a minute, and we will see you guys next time. All right. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.